Okay, let's give you guys some more practice. So here I'm trying to boil some water in this strange looking pot. The equation for this pot here is given by this. So if I were to put out the fire, so if I were to put out the fire right now, the temperature down here is at 87 degrees Celsius, and up here is at 23 degrees Celsius, and the water level here is at 8. Okay, the water level here is at 8. If I were to stir this up, so remember the temperature down here is at 87, up here is 23. If I were to stir this up, what temperature will the water settle at? So it's going to be somewhere in between 23 and 87. So work out the temperature at which the water will settle at. So it's really me asking you to find the average temperature. Okay. So press pause and have a go. Okay, so to do this, the average temperature will be us combining the temperature with the volume. So we are going to sum up all the disks. Okay, so if we look at this one particular disk here, the thickness associated with this disk here is dy. So it's going to be something dy. Okay, so this here will be our temperature. And then this here will be our disks. So so the radius. So this here will be pi r squared because we're summing up all the disks. So remember, we need to take into account. We need to combine the temperature with the volume here, and then divide it by the pi r squared here, dy. And don't forget this r here, this radius here. This radius here is really you rearranging this. So the radius will be y over 3 and then square root it. So that will give you x. So the radius is this thing here. So this thing here is the radius, root y over 3. But if you put it into here, so you see you've got to square this now because it's pi r squared. So when you square it, it will be y over 3. Okay, well bear that in mind later on. So same with down here. This will be well, it will be the same down here. But the thing is, we need to sort out the temperature here. So assuming that, well, currently down here is at 87, up here is 23. Assuming it's a smooth temperature gradient here, we need to somehow set up the temperature. So now we need to set up the temperature. So down here the temperature is 87. Up here is 23. So when we need to come up with the equation of this line here. So if you plot a graph of y and temperature, when y, remember we're summing up all the so y, we are moving along in the y direction here. So when y is 0 here, so we need to come up with this equation for this line here. When y is 0, the temperature down here should be at 87. So when y, looking at this graph here, when y is 0, the temperature should be at 87. Okay. So our line here should cross here. Remember y is moving along here, so we are increasing y here. When y reaches 8, then the temperature should be at 23. So when y reaches 8, the temperature should be 23. Okay, so basically we need to come up with an equation for so our temperature would be the equation of this straight line here. Okay, so here the intercept is 87. The gradient of this line here, is really the height here, which is this, take away this, which is 64, and then divided by the across here is 8, and then y. So this here is our temperature here. Okay, and if you look at this, when y is 0, if you put 0 into here, this overall thing here would be 87. When y is 8, so if you put 8 into here, then this overall thing here will be at 23. Okay, well anyway, this is our temperature here. So our average will be the temperature here, pi r squared. Remember, r earlier was y over was this our radius. Okay, and then if you look at this, we've got to square it. So when you square it, it will be y over 3. So that will then take us to this. Okay, that will then take us to this. And then pi is a constant, so we can take it out here. Okay, and then the two pi's will kill off each other. And then now if you look at this here, you can imagine this as being a third y. So you've got a third times y times this thing here times that thing there. So really a third here is a constant, so you can actually take it out. Same with down here. You can take the third out. Okay, and then so you take the third out. The two will cancel each other off. And then that will then take you to here, and then now it's just a matter of integrating. So it's blah blah blah, and it should give you an approximate temperature of 44 degrees Celsius. So hang on. So currently the temperature down here is at 87. Up here is at 23. Switch off the fire. Stir this thing up, and then assuming that this spoon doesn't absorb any heat and everything's conserved, the temperature will settle at roughly 44 degrees Celsius. Okay.